What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jazz, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and also share the content as well. I got a good video for you guys today. Pretty much just some encouragement for those who may be like, man, Lord, I've been in the same spot for maybe like a year or two. When are you going to promote me, right? Or Lord, like, man, I'm doing this. Like, when is this gonna happen? Like, you told me I was supposed to do this, but I'm in this position still, right? So this is just some encouragement for you guys. Okay, so this is gonna be, we're gonna go ahead and read First Samuel. I'm gonna start at chapter 16, and we'll go all the way down through verse 13. So this is just some background of the story. So Samuel was looking for a new king of Israel since the previous king Saul went rogue. If you don't know what rogue meant, it pretty much meant like he wasn't fit. You know, he was going down bad. So not Saul, Samuel was looking for a new king of Israel. And the Lord told Samuel, hey, I want you to go to the town of Bethlehem, right? And I want you to meet this man named Jesse. And one of Jesse's sons is going to be the next king. Okay, so just a breakdown of that real quick. Notice how the Lord instructed Samuel to go somewhere, right? But he didn't give him the full information. And I'm one of those people where it's like, hey, like, I would like to know what I'm getting into before I hop into it. I'm one of those people. But, you know, the Lord is breaking that from me because I'm called to preach. Glory to God. And I know there's gonna be some times where, you know, I may have a message, and it's happened before. I may have a message, but as soon as I get to it, I'm like, no, the Lord wants me to talk about something else. Legit, it just happened just now. Like, I was not planning on doing this video that we're watching. I was planning on doing something else. I've had it, you know, in my mind. I wrote it down and stuff like that weeks ago. But as soon as I got here this morning and was about to do it, I didn't feel like the Lord's hand was on that no more. So I was like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? And look where I'm at now. So it goes back to it, you know, sometimes the Lord won't give you the whole thing. He'll just give you step one and then step two. So he won't give you step three yet. You won't know until you get to step two. But that's just some background. So we'll go ahead and start reading. Here we go. Now the Lord said to Samuel, you have mourned long enough for Saul. I have rejected him as king of Israel. So fill your flask with olive oil and go to Bethlehem. Find a man named Jesse who lives there, for I have selected him. I have selected one of his sons to be my king. But Samuel asked, how can I do that? If Saul hears about it, he will kill me. Take a heifer with you, the Lord replied, and say that you have come to make a sacrifice to the Lord. Invite Jesse to your sacrifice, and I will show you which of his sons to anoint for me. Verse number 4. So Samuel did as the Lord instructed. When he arrived at Bethlehem, the elders of the town came trembling to meet him. What's wrong? They asked. Do you come in peace? Yes, Samuel replied. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Purify yourselves and come with me to sacrifice. Then Samuel performed the purification rite for Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice too. When they arrived, Samuel took one look at Elijah. I apologize. It's Eliab. Eliab. I'll say Eliab. All right. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't stone me. Samuel took one look at Eliab and thought, surely this is the Lord's anointed. But the Lord said to Samuel, don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So I want to break this down right here. It stated that don't judge by people's appearance or height, for I have rejected him. That's what the Lord stated. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. When he says you, it means pretty much the way we see things. So it could be our flesh, okay? So, for instance, if you see a guy, okay, all right. You see a guy with a suit, you see a guy with, slacks, nice dress shoes, and they see another guy with, a regular t-shirt and maybe some shorts. And you're a business guy, right? You're a businessman. You need somebody to hire. Up, obviously, you're gonna pick the guy that's suited up, because he's dressed for success. Obviously, that's what we would do, right? Because we were looking at his appearance, we're like, okay, he's dressing nice. He looks good. He's dressed for success. Maybe he might be good for the job. Okay. Now, obviously, you guys, when it comes to jobs, like you wouldn't, you wouldn't choose, or you wouldn't want to wear shorts to no job interview. Okay, but this is just an example. We look at this guy with the suit. We're like, yeah, like he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be better than this guy because he came dressed properly. But the Lord is saying, hey, don't judge based off appearance, because that guy with the suit, who knows, bro? He might be a fake, a phony. You know, I'm not gonna go there, but he's dressed, with a nice suit on. You may think he's all proper, he can speak well and stuff like that, but once you get to know him, you could just tell his character is bad. You could just tell he cusses up a storm. You could just tell that he can't even speak properly. Okay? Versus the guy with the shorts, he can speak properly, right? But he's just not dressed in success, dressed for success, I should say. Okay, so that's just like a little example of what I just read right here. And here's another thing too. Okay, the Lord, it don't matter if you got the most designer. It don't matter if you have all these nice, beautiful things. Okay, because like it states right here, the Lord looks at the heart. There's tons of people out here that have so many, nice, beautiful things. They have nice clothes. They have nice vehicles. They have nice homes. All these accessories. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if those things have you, then that's a problem. Okay? The Lord looks at the heart. So if the guy, going back to my, comparison, you got the guy with the suit, the guy with the shorts and the regular t-shirt. Whoever has the best heart out of those two, the Lord is going to pick whoever has the best heart. So in this case, if the guy with the shorts has, the best heart, in this case, he's going to choose the guy with the shorts. It don't matter if he's in shorts with a shirt, okay? Versus the guy, it don't matter because this guy had a suit on. It don't matter. The Lord is looking at in here. He's not looking at out here. Because out here, you could fool anybody, with your appearance. Okay? You could fool anybody. All right, and I'm gonna speak volume to some of y'all out there too, for young people as well, or some old heads that may be watching. You go to a club, right, and you dress nice. You got your Gucci on, you got whatever you wearing on. Okay, you trying to find some females, and you go to the club, okay, and you got some nice attire on. They gonna look at you. They gonna think, ooh, he must got some money on him. And then as she begins to talk to you and stuff like that, hey, you gonna buy me a drink, or hey, you gonna take me to your spot? Yeah, take her to your spot and watch. You're gonna be still living with your mama. you know. You could fool anybody. The appearance, you could fool anybody. You could fool anybody. Especially for men, right? We don't wear our, what's the saying? We don't wear our feelings on a, we don't put our feelings on, like, we don't wear our feelings on a sleeve. So we don't really show our, emotions, I guess you could say, right? Versus many women, they pretty much, they express themselves. Like, if they're feeling bad or they're feeling sad, they're gonna show it. But for us men, we don't really show it, because some people are like, oh, like, you're a wimp, or oh, blah blah blah, this and that. But at the end of the day, it's okay to show emotion. But going back to my analogy, this guy takes his girl to the crib, you still live with your mama, she gonna be thinking like, bro, like, you got all this nice clothes on and we back at your mama's house? And after she sees that, she probably gone now, right? Because you faked it. Alright? But you can't fake the Lord. The Lord knows. It don't matter. You could fake it, but you can't fake it with the Lord. which is why, going back to my example, the Lord chooses the guy with the shorts rather than the guy with the shorts. Okay. Let's go back to reading. That's funny. And okay. The Lord doesn't. Okay. My bad. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Remember that. And then Jesse told his son Abinadab to step forward and walk in front of Samuel. But Samuel said, "This is not the one the Lord has chosen." Next, Jesse summoned Shemiah, but Samuel said, "Neither is this the one the Lord has chosen." In the same way, all 7 of Jesse's sons were presented to Samuel. But Samuel said to Jesse, "The Lord has not chosen any of these." Then Samuel asked, "Are these all the sons you have?" "There is still the youngest," Jesse replied, "but he's on the fields watching the sheep and the goats." "Send for him at once," Samuel said. "We will not all sit down to eat until he arrives." So Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome, with beautiful eyes. And the Lord said, "This is the one, anoint him." So David stood there among his brothers. Samuel took the flask of olive oil and brought and anointed David with the oil. And the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David from that day on, and Samuel returned to Ramah. So as you could, and going back to it, so this could be for, let's just say, my brothers and sisters that are still trying to, hear the Lord properly, right? Say, for instance, the Lord wanted you to go out, okay? And say, for instance, the Lord wanted you to do what Samuel was doing. And all the sons were there. All the sons were there, but the Lord was saying, no, none of them was there. For some, y'all may be like, man, like, I guess I didn't hear the Lord properly. But Samuel took it a step ahead and asked, hey, like, do you have more sons? And lo and behold, Jesse did. And lo and behold, it was David working with the sheep. What did it say? It said, where is it? It said, there is still the youngest, Jesse replied. He's out in the fields watching the sheep and goats. And as soon as David came by, the Lord said, this is the one. So this whole purpose of this video is pretty much saying that, hey, there are many of you guys that are there are many Davids out here in this world. In a case where the Lord has you doing something, right? But you're like, man, like, I could be doing something else. Or, man, when is it my turn? Okay? Some of y'all are like that. Okay? But you just have to trust the process in the Lord, because the Lord is going to find you. Okay? Just like the Lord founded David. Okay? I don't know everything about David in here, because it doesn't, it doesn't say, oh, this was David's desires, this was his dreams. It doesn't tell us that in the very beginning. Okay, so we don't know if he desired to do this or he desired to do that. But the real thing is, the Lord found David. The Lord knows. So wherever you are right now, I just want to encourage you to continue to keep on going, continue to keep on pushing, because the Lord knows, and he's going to find you wherever you are. Continue to work the land that the Lord has provided for you. Okay, no matter if that's going to take a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I don't know, however long it's going to take. Okay, that's between you and the Lord. Whatever the Lord has for you, that is for your life. Okay, don't compare yourself to other people. You are you. I'm Jez. The Lord's going to do things for just me, and the Lord is going to do things for you as well, for just you. Okay, so no matter where you are, continue to work the land that you are at. Stay put with where the Lord has you right now, and he will promote you when the time is right, because there's seasons for everything. And I thank the Lord that, yes, I am called to preach. I'm called to be a preacher, right? But obviously I'm not ready yet, because I haven't yet, preached yet at like an event and blah, blah, blah. And I thank the Lord for that. I trust in him. Okay, by the grace of God, I'm not gonna say that, but by the grace of God, yeah, by the grace of God, I'm able to preach the gospel via YouTube and blah blah blah. I'm sure opportunities will pop up, praise the Lord, but I'm content with where I'm at, and I know when the time is right, then it'll be go time. Because I don't want to perform anything for the Lord if my character isn't right, or like I don't know how to behave myself. Let's just say I won't even say, I was gonna say, oh, if I can't speak properly, like, yo, some people, some people can't speak fluently. Just like I just stated, yo, like I can't be saying that, like at the pulpit, like, yo, like I can't be saying that, that's something I gotta work on. But here's the thing, like the Lord's not gonna call, those who speak all fluent and properly, blah blah blah. The ones that's the most ecstatic, blah blah blah. Me, I'm a chill, laid back guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I could get kind of ecstatic here and there for sure, but I'm not like that 100%. And a part of me sometimes, like, man, I kind of wish I was like that. But it don't matter. The Lord called me. Okay, the Lord called me, so I'm gonna go ahead and fulfill what He wants me to do. He called me, like He's calling you as well. I may not, be Mr. Grammar, I may not speak properly, but He's called me. Y'all can't fire me. Like my spiritual father says, like, He hired me, okay? Y'all can't fire me because He hired me. All right. So He's going to put me in places whenever the time is right. But for now, I'm just going to continue to work the land that He has given me until it is time for me to be called up. And by the grace of God, it will happen. But until then, just be content with where you are now and continue to let the Lord prune you until it's time for you to be promoted. That's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. And I hope this video helped you guys. I hope it blessed you. God bless.